We got a couple of beefy boys in the kitchen making carnivore and keto pot roast today with gravy. This is my dad, and we're gonna show you guys how to make a good chuck roast. I'm ready. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I prepared the chuck roast today. It's been sitting in the slow cooker all day long, so I'm gonna put some clips on the screen, show you what we need to do to get that in the slow cooker. And I went ahead and pulled out some of the cooking liquid that's in it. We're gonna show you how to make some incredible carnivore gravy to go along with it. And once we get that all done, it's gonna be time to eat dinner. You hungry?
I'm hungry.
He's hungry.
Very hungry.
Well, he's hungry. All right. Do we look alike?
I'm prettier.
That's what you say. I'm not sure about that. All right, let's make some chuck roast. Let's make some gravy. Let's get dinner on the table. All right, I've got a couple of cups of the cooking liquid from the chuck roast that is sitting in the slow cooker. I'm gonna show my dad how to make carnivore gravy. So we're gonna put him to work so he earns his keep today. We're gonna put this on a medium heat and we're gonna start cooking up the liquid. All right, so we've stirred a little bit of cream into the gravy. That's totally optional. I just think it gives it a really nice texture. I'm gonna take a couple of ladles of this and we're slowly going to incorporate it into the 4 egg yolks that I have in this bowl right here. We're gonna use that to temper the eggs so that they don't scramble. And then after we've done a couple of ladles, we'll put that back in. Mr. Whiskey Business over here is gonna make sure that it doesn't burn or scramble when I do that. All right, I've turned the temperature down so this is no longer simmering. It's just about to simmer. We're gonna slowly incorporate this. He's gonna whisk and I'm gonna slowly pour it back in so we do not scramble the eggs. Now we're just going to slowly bring this back up to temperature and keep whisking it constantly until it starts to simmer. All right, so this is the thick gravy texture we're looking for, and get a nice coating on the spoon. You should be able to draw a line through it just like that. All we need to do is taste it for seasoning, make sure it's good to go.
Tasty.
All right, we added a pinch of salt to correct the seasoning. I'm also gonna add a sprig of fresh rosemary. Let that perfume the gravy while we get the pot roast ready. We've also got some carnivore mashed potatoes. If you haven't seen my 2.0 version of those, I'm gonna link that in the description of this video for you. We're gonna put together a heck of a meal for my parents. Mama and Papa Nashville are in town, so we gotta take care of them right.
Right.
Time to plate up. All right, y'all, that is how we make the carnivore or keto chuck roast in the slow cooker. I'm gonna step out of the way. I'm gonna let my mom and dad test my recipes, let you guys know what they think, and then we're gonna have some dinner.
Okay, do I get to taste first? Or do you...
Ladies first.
Okay, that sounds good. I like that. That is so good. You want some?
I will.
You want some? See, I need a bite too. It's just rich, depth of flavor is so good, and the gravy is so creamy on it. I mean, that is just comfort food to the max.
It is.
Comfort food to the max.
Very moist and rich.
Satisfying, very satisfying.
Very wonderful flavor.
Say, okay, we need a little bite. Let's see if it has Bogey's approval. Bogey approves. How about Bindi? Like, oh yeah, it's Bindi and Bogey approved too. Very good.
You guys have got to make this.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And the thing is, it's so, I mean, I know pot roast is such a hands-off thing. It's like you throw it in the crock pot and walk away, come back and dinner's ready.
Yeah. Put it in the morning and it's ready to go when you get home from work.
You think you need more?
All right, y'all, that's how we do the chuck roast. I know it's a simple recipe and it's very easy to make a carnivore. There's nothing special about it other than don't put any onions that I put in there, or you can do keto or ketovore, but it's really good. And when you use those little tips that I used, that's where that depth of flavor comes from. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. And using the horseradish on it, by the way, that's something I learned from my mom here. So major credit to her for how to make an incredible chuck roast in the slow cooker. That's the chuck roast. You guys make sure to go check that one out. And if you haven't yet, check out the mashed potatoes that I'll link down below as well. This is Chris Cooking Nashville with Mama and Papa Nashville. You guys make sure to eat your meat, especially when it's chuck roast. Love your life, and we'll see you back here in the kitchen for a whole bunch of more family recipes.
Good.
Okay. All right.